Good afternoon from Accra, Ghana to all you cherished viewers and listeners across the globe, especially those of you watching and listening to us on the continent of Africa. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the maiden edition of Leadership 360 Show, a show designed for you and I to take a step back, look at our leadership approaches in our various endeavors so as to understand the germane and pragmatic rudiments of leadership, teamwork, and change management strategies for the betterment and sustainable development of our society and the continent at large. Today, we are going to learn, unlearn, and relearn to accelerate that process. I am Dr. Victor Abbey, your host. Stick around, grab a piece of writing material, and we shall be right back.
I promise on my honor to be a better leader every day, faithful and loyal to my country, organization, and fellow team members, countrymen and women. I pledge myself to remain true to the core values of integrity and self-discipline through my daily choices and actions. My mind is alert, focused at all times. I shall show respect to everyone always and every time. I remain a better leader and team player always. So I pledge.
Yes, and so I pledge also, if you are an aspiring leader or you are in a leadership position and striving to make a difference within your team, and you are also a team member and wondering how your contribution to the team can make that difference towards the attainment of the goal, then you are on the same page with us on the Leadership 360 show. Over here, our pledge is to commit ourselves to the betterment of our society, our country, and our continent. And so, happy to have you back on the show. We are live on Metro TV and live on VOL online radio as well. Facebook, we are also live. You can monitor us. Being the maiden edition of the show, your contribution is very important. You can participate by either calling or sending text to +233 531 982298. +233 531 982298. You are once again welcome to the Leadership 360 show. Our aim for this program, designed for you and I, is to explore to understand the critical rudiments of leadership. Across the continent of Africa, in our various countries, in our various societies, in our various communities, we hear many complain about leadership. We blame all the challenges on leadership, on leadership, on leadership. But the question is, what are the issues relating to leadership? Do we understand leadership? What are the rudiments? What are the key tenets of leadership? What is the difference between leadership and management? Whereas some in the corporate world refer to the word management to mean leadership, others within other sectors of the economy or geopolitical environment refer to it as leadership, especially when it comes to political arena. So today we want to set the tone by exploring the fundamentals of leadership. What are the baselines when we talk about leadership on this show? It is very important for us to contextualize the meaning of leadership. What exactly do we mean by leadership? And I believe if you have ever, as we all do, even prior to this show, if you have Googled the word leadership, you would have come across billions of definitions relating to leadership. But it is very important for us to contextualize the word. It's a buzzword that is either overused or abused, and we need to establish that. So when we talk about leadership on this show, we are basically talking about a process that inspires a team by provision of a motivation, a direction, a purpose, so as to achieve a mutually beneficial goal or a vision. A process that inspires a team. Or in other words, we're talking about the issue of building that kind of synergy within a team by motivating them, uniting them, and inspiring them to attain a vision or a shared goal. That is what we mean by leadership. By so doing, again, the team ends up enjoying what is called a symbiotic relationship, where everybody is mutually dependent on on the other person towards the realization of the goal. So leadership is a process that enables the attainment of a vision, a shared vision, or a goal. It is not a position, it is not a title, it is not a personality, it is not about one person being supreme among the team. It is a process that enables the attainment of the team. And how does this happen? It's about also identifying the capabilities within the team, harnessing those capabilities individually and collectively to attain that goal as we are talking about. So for example, at the workplace, the goal is to achieve profitability at a certain percentage. Everybody, the marketing team, the operations team, the finance team, and so on and so everybody has a role to play. How does the leader harnesses all these capabilities within the various teams towards the attainment of that vision? That is what we call the leadership process. So it is not about the personality, it is not about the position, it is about how the ability to harness the capabilities within the team. It's been said that if you are in the business of ensuring or enabling people to do more, to dream more, and to achieve more, and to hope for more, then you are in the business of leadership. But anything short of that, you are likely to be experiencing problems. Earlier in my presentation, I did mention that many confuse the word leadership with management. Let's quickly and briefly look at what is the relationship between leadership and management. Whereas management is more of an assigned responsibility, a title, power, source, a job, maintenance of status quo, and all that. Leadership is more of intrinsic responsibility, influence. It's about a lifestyle. It's about making a mark on people. It's about enabling people. It's about making sure people believe in themselves. It's about asking people questions to contribute. It's about regularly checking on people. Management is about routine activities where the manager ensures that what is assigned is attained at all costs, regardless. The manager directs or provides instructions while the leader gives or asks questions on how best the problem can be solved. Because the leader knows that each and every team member has a peculiar capability in contributing that he or she can contribute to the team. So basically, when we talk about leadership and management, those of us who have been to business schools, you might have heard the word management is about planning, directing, ordering, and all that. But then we realize that the difference between the two is something that are so related as well. Leaders are managers, but managers are not necessarily leaders. On that score, I will pause at this point and we shall take a quick break and we shall be right back. All right, you're welcome back once again. As I was saying, leadership is about actions. It's about taking decisions. It's about, caring for people. It's about, also looking for ways and means to enable people, to empower people, to inspire people, to lead change process within the workplace. It's about constantly monitoring the space to understand what is trending, what is hampering productivity, so as to make the necessary changes for profitability and productivity as well. It's also about creating a legacy of accomplishment, leaving a mark on people. So the means by which this is done is what we're going to look at next. But before then, the lines, the text lines and call lines are open. I will announce again, that's +233 531 982298. +233 531 982298. While we wait for your calls, I'll continue by saying that the means by which this is done is what is called leadership styles. And leadership styles are just basically behavioral approaches adopted to the process of leadership. There are different types of leadership styles. Prominent among them are the laissez-faire, democratic, autocratic, transformational, transactional, servant leadership style, and so on and so forth. Our viewers can check more on these leadership styles to understand them better. But in the current scheme of things, what is more relevant to these leadership approaches or the style is what has been largely described as servant leadership. Servant leadership because leadership is considered as a service to fellow team members, because the leader is a team member like any other person. Because everybody is empowered to take action at any point in time, the leader serves. All right, we have the first caller on the line. Pascal, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, my boss.
Good afternoon, Pascal.
Hello, good afternoon, boss.
Your contribution, your question, please.
I just actually wanted to say that the program is encouraging. I've been watching Metro TV for some time, and watching this program, comments, I'm liking it already. So kudos to the team.
Thank you very much for the encouragement, Pascal. Thank you. We all need to come on board to understand what it is to be a leader. So thank you very much. So as I was talking about, the leadership style adopted by a leader determines largely the behavior or the output of the team. So take, for example, a leader who is autocratic, who doesn't allow anybody to contribute to his or her decision. You will agree with me that such a person will not, get the result he or she wants. Of course, he may end up getting the result, but not with the heart of the team, or not with the full support of the team. And there's likely to be saboteurs within the team because the leadership or the leader lords it, or the leadership style is that of lording it over people, which is not what anybody wants. So bureaucratic leadership as well cannot pave the way for success in the current scheme of things. The world is moving so fast. The velocity of change is so rapid. But before I continue, let's take Ajele. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, please. I have a question.
Thanks for calling. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Right. Please, the question is that how do I make my leader, my supposed leader, be a team member? I mean, see reasons with the team.
All right. Like I said, it's not about you making him a team member. It is about the way and manner he himself or herself is, the disposition, his posturing determines whether he will be seen or he will become a team member or not. Just to say, if the team members regularly go to the leader for discussions and he is not open, or for inquiries, for answers to questions bothering their mind, and the leader doesn't seem to be concerned, and all he does is to ward them off, definitely the members of the team will not feel that he is part of the team because he fails to listen to them. He may not be in a position to address their needs, because to be a team member means that you are equally concerned about the situation or the challenges facing the each and every member of the team and the team at large. So the behavior of the leader largely determine whether he or she is seen or become a member of the team or not. So that is about it. Members of the team can only act in a way to, impress upon such a leader to understand that their needs are very important. So thank you very much. Sandra, we have another caller on the line. Sandra. Good afternoon, Sandra. Okay, unfortunately, we lost Sandra. So we may continue with the presentation while waiting for your inputs. So like I said, all these leadership styles are part of the issues that one needs to consider when pursuing or aspiring to occupy a leadership position. It is very important because now at the workplace today, we have different generational types, different generational cohorts, which require different leadership approaches. So when you occupy a leadership role, you must understand that your leadership style largely impacts positively or negatively on your team members. We have another caller on the line. Nuhu from Tamale. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you? How is Tamale this afternoon?
My question is, how do you able to make your leader who is autocratic to so accommodating, or to allow the team members to work with him very smoothly?
All right. Thank you. For team members, since there is a purpose, there's an end state that everybody or the entire team is pursuing, including the leader, there is absolutely nothing wrong. And that's one of the best ways to approach an autocratic leader, to unite as a team and approach the leader. So you express your grievances to the leader to understand that as a team, you are ready and willing to carry out the task for the mutual benefit of the team. So he got to understand that as a team, you need to consider your views as well. So such a leader will be compelled to listen into the team. Unfortunately, we have another caller on the line, Na from Tema. Good afternoon.
From East Legon.
Na, good afternoon. Can you please speak up a bit?
Good afternoon. I'm from East Legon.
Oh, East Legon. Sorry. Your question, please.
Yeah, I'm from East Legon.
Yes, from East Legon. Please speak up. Your question or your contribution.
Yeah, please. I want to know the difference between, if you have a manager and a director, which of them is the leader of the organization?
Director, manager, these are just titles. Leadership goes beyond titles. Like I said, it's not about title, it's not about the position, it's about ability to unite, motivate, inspire people towards a purpose, giving them motivation towards the direction. So the director can be in that position and the manager can be the one considered as the leader, because almost all the teams will gravitate towards that person based on the approach, the behavioral pattern of the person we are talking about. So it is not about the position. When we're talking about position, then we are talking about management. So hierarchically, management speaks to posts or positions, but leadership doesn't matter who is leading. It's about ability. It's about capability to harness people's talents, motivate them, unite them towards a cause.
Thomas from.
Thank you very much. Do we have another caller on the line?
Hello.
All right, Thomas.
Yes, please. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Thomas.
Yes. In fact, it's a great program, and I enjoy it anytime you online. I want to also add that most of the times in our working places or in our workplaces, what normally causes the issues is leadership would not want to do any consultation before taking any decision. And there's always that kind of resistance from workers or the floor members. And so I want leaders to always think of the workers before taking any decision or any change they want to introduce. There should always be a deeper consultation down there so that there's no resistance that comes with it. That's my little contribution I want to add.
Thank you very much. Indeed, consultation is the business of leadership because you don't know it all. Leadership or being a leader doesn't make you an all-knowing. Stakeholder consultation is key to team performance. So you have made a great point. So we continue. Do we have any other person on the line? Okay, we'll continue. Therefore, there is a golden rule to leadership, which I need to spell out for all of us to appreciate. Hello, Sandra.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How is Teshi this afternoon?
I'm enjoying your program. Good work there. I just want to find out how you can deal with a laissez-faire leader who seldom shows up for work, and because of his absence, it looks like there's a breakdown of discipline in the workplace. How do you deal with that kind of leader who should take responsibility for his actions, essentially?
All right. Laissez-faire leadership is largely described as a hands-off, kind of leadership style. But it does not mean that the leader does not provide the resources for the team. Once there are resources provided, at least half of the problem is solved. The issue will have to do with his inputs, his direction, his support for the team. So again, I'll go back to the team members and say the team members should be able to approach such a leader constantly and register their issues of non-support to the team, so that the team leader understands that his support is very, very significant at any point in time and is crucial to the success of the team. So laissez-faire leadership style has, a tendency to impact negatively on the team, but all the same is also something that can be resolved. Now, throughout this program, we have emphasized that leadership is about selflessness, it's about commitment to a cause, it's about motivating others. So on this show, we have a leadership honor code, which I will invite all our viewers and listeners to subscribe to. So just stay back and let's go through the leadership honor code.
I am a proud and firm African. I will take a stand. I will lead and be the change. Come and take my hand. For the safety, honor, and welfare of my country and company come first. Always and every time. The honor, welfare, and comfort of the people I lead come next. My own ease, comfort, and safety come last. Always and every time.
Welcome back once again. Indeed, the honor code is that we shall all ensure that the safety, honor, and welfare of our country and company comes first, always and every time. Our own ease, comfort, and safety must always be last. And that is the mark of leadership. On the journey of the new leadership required of us, as aspiring and current leaders or future leaders, we need to subscribe to that code of honor in order to make a difference on our continent, in our societies, in our companies. So on this note, I'll wrap up the show by saying that you and I remain a central enabler of this entire process of leadership, impactful leadership in our world. In our next show, we shall look at what makes a leader, where we shall expand the discussion to cover what are the right behavioral patterns that a progressive leader, impactful leader, needs to adopt. On that note, it's nice having you around, and I hope to see you on our next episode next week. Thank you, and have a beautiful day and weekend.